USA, USA. I'm Kendrick Henry, your local USA Moringa farmer, and I'm in Tampa, Florida at one of our member locations. And today I'm going to be harvesting these Moringa greens to be dried and processed into local USA Moringa tea and powder. This right here is what it's all about. Working together, supporting local USA growers, and turning Moringa into a very high quality product that everybody can enjoy. And if you'd like to get more hands-on training and coaching directly from me and other USA growers, then simply learn the step-by-step systems that make all of this possible. And even if you are in Africa, India, the Philippines, Mexico, I'd love for you to join our agricultural collective. Just follow the link below to growmoringa.com. But for now, just sit back, take notes, and enjoy the following lesson from MORINGACON25. Hey USA, let's grow together! Woo! All right, we're getting started here. We've already started recording here. Welcome, Harlem's back, Vicky's back. Welcome, y'all. More than welcome to make any comments, post, or even say hey. If you want to at any time, you can unmute yourselves and say hey. We're going to talk about fertilizer, so I'm going to pull up. Actually, let me start this camera. All right, and we'll do a good 20-30 minutes here. Oh, cookies? These better be Moringa cookies. Oh man, that's my weakness, cookies.
That's a good chapter.
Okay, great. Awesome.
I'm thinking that you just go to the store and you see organic, but this is organic and power packed with nutrients.
That's right. That's right. So we're going to talk about fertilizer, some of the products that we're making with fertilizer, how it's made. Let's see, we got the fertilizer. Okay, everything's in here. What are the growth requirements of Moringa? Yeah, because the last one didn't even really talk about the plant food. We talked about people food, pet food, and then plant food is really what we're going to talk about now. Growth requirements, soil, pests and problems, and all the parts of the tree. We kind of covered in the last one. So as we get in here, let me just grab a rag. Would you mind passing me a rag behind you, Chuck? Just above the fridge there. There's a rag right up there. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. Are there any questions starting off before we get started about Moringa growth requirements? What comes to mind when you're thinking of what is needed to grow this tree? I mean, we're talking about a plant that has all the vitamins and minerals in it that's giving it to us. What does it take and what's required to grow it?
Same thing.
Right? The same thing. You've got to have it in the soil in order for you to essentially pull it out of the soil to absorb it. We don't eat rocks. We're not from the never-ending story. We're not the rock man. Right? We can't eat rocks. As much as Snickers and the Mars company would like to believe that we can eat rocks, they're literally taking rock phosphate powder. What? When you see iron on the back of a Snickers bar, it says iron and potassium. Little do you know that it's actually because they're putting the actual rock particle in there. It's not bioavailable, but it's cheap. It's mined very cheaply. Yes. Right?
Cheap, good, and fast.
Right, one of the three. Yeah, you only get two of the three. That's right.
That's how they got the mad cow disease. They fed the cows their own manure.
Ooh, crazy, crazy. So we're going to go to the fact that we're going to go to soil. We're going to go to soil here. We've got the biostimulant chapter 4. Growth requirements. We're going to talk about pH. Essentially, soil is well-draining soil. Moringa does not like wet feet, so you cannot really grow it too well in clay. Hey, are you enjoying today's lesson from MORINGACON25? Well, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot for supporting local USA Moringa farmers. Let's ride! So yeah, we have a photo up here of soil.
Africa is clay, though,
A lot of it is clay, which is why the moringa that's grown in Africa a lot of times is smaller, or it's a bigger one, but the roots are shallow. The one that we grow, which is from India, it traveled, right? There's travelers along the spice trade that are taking seeds from Africa and they're landing in India. Well, the farmers in India, thousands and thousands of years ago, are like, hey, we could grow this here, and they actually started to create the one that we eat and know and grow now. That's why it's said that it's from India, because the Indians are the ones that actually developed this tree, although its ancestors are from Africa. We talked about how there's 13 varieties around the world. One of them is in India, and this is the one that we eat and know around the world as the domesticated Moringa oleifera PKM1, the one that we most famously and commonly grow around us. Yes?
I have sticks that are growing red stem leaves,
Yes,
and then I have the green ones also.
that's right.
What is the difference?
I can tell you real quick, actually, I have that video. Let's see here. If I pull up our YouTube channel here, and everybody can go to our YouTube channel, is now called the Grow Moringa Podcast. Here, let's see here. Here it is. And if in the search bar, we type in red stem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so here it is. We have two. I'm here in someone's backyard 3 years ago.
Oh, look at that.
We just made a super valuable observation. This moringa, as you can see, is nice and green. See the stems? Nice and green. Nice and green stems, right? Green stems. All the stems are green. All the trees on this location are from the same cuttings. They're all from the same cuttings.
Really?
So when people are asking us, they want a morning. And I've been finding
there's a
out
red stem.
is that
Yeah.
trees that are grown more so in shade, they're going to stay green. Yeah, so green. When it hits that sun. But the sun, because the red is bringing out the beta carotene.
Oh.
And also, the red variety was grown in an area, some say it's even like from the Canary Islands. So there's these places around the world, these pockets that are close to the equator, that some of the varieties of moringa have developed this red stem. But I think a lot of it has to do with the difference between the production of, say, the intensive biostimulant biomass is like the green stem, like the mole or the small variety, the light green. I noticed that the ones that are green, they stay smaller and bushier. But the ones that are red stem are more the true PKM1 that are the mixed between greens and drumstick and more of like the original PKM1. And so they can grow together. Sometimes even if you get a seed, some I've noticed could come out as a green stem. They're reverting back to the ancestor, right? So there's also mutations, right? And so you want to make sure that you've got lots of nutrients in the soil. How to do that with a well-draining soil, we were talking about that. pH, we'll get into pH. And then I want to go to BioBox. Here, so in the search bar here, we go fertilizer. Fertilizer, how to fertilize. Okay, so here
I met some really prominent moringa growers that already
I organized the foundation of this company almost 3 years ago to educate
did the season. Don't be one of them.
Believe it or not, that was not my voice, that was AI. I have an
AI.
AI agent that actually read this from it. But what I'm showing out here is actually, this is a zoomed in 100 times zoom in of our biostimulant, which is made from fresh green moringa leaves. Okay, so this is made from moringa leaves, and we're using it as fertilizer on moringa, and also all the other crops in the world.
How long do you have to let the green stems soak in the water?
What do you mean? In this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. So we're talking about fertilizer now. Whether it's green stem or red stem, this is just kind of like a character trait that we were talking about. Some like desirable, you know, I like the red stem a little bit more because the greens are darker.
Oh.
Okay, it comes out, the powder comes out radioactive, like dark green. Sometimes the powder comes out with the light green, a little bit lighter. It can kind of dull out and even get to a more pale color over time. Okay, so let's go in a little bit and talk about growth requirements real quick. Soil composition real quick. We'll go real quick on the soil composition. You can see there's a diagram. It's a sandy base. It's a sandy base, well-draining soil that you want. Yes?
Well, where we live, just about the whole, it's in Hudson area, it's
Yeah.
all sand.
Sand.
Sugar
We're in
sand.
Florida, yeah.
Sugar sand.
It grows great here. Comparably, a lot of places in India, India has a very wide variety of sand soil types. But in South India, where moringa was cultivated, has a very sandy soil.
We
In
need
the south.
pH 7.
So it's at actually about a 6.3. So I'm glad that you're talking about pH. So that's in here. So that's about a 6.3. And in Florida, if you go further south, you get lime.
Yeah.
And that's alkaline. And so they don't grow very well in the South Florida shelf. So there's an area there in Florida that once you hit, say, like Fort Myers, it then turns into a lime shelf. Well, all the trees that are growing, say, south of Palm Beach on the east side, over to Fort Myers on that line south, they can grow, especially in cities that have landfill and places like that. But we have several growers in South Florida that have a hard time growing because it's very high lime and it's very alkaline. But moringa like it a little bit more acidic.
And they can amend their soil.
6.3. They can most absolutely amend it.
There's a lot of coral in South Florida.
Yes.
Is the lime because of the coral?
Yes, a lot of it is because the shell and the coral and the lime itself is broken down from coral.
All right, I
Yeah.
get it
West of 19, there's a lot of lime.
Yeah. Okay. So the composition of the soil, you just want compost. What is compost? That's just broken down yard material, broken down wood, broken down grasses, greens and browns, broken down veggies, broken down. Anything composted, it's going to do really well. If you have a sandy base, you can always add something that we call biostimulant to the base, and this is going to produce and create more life microorganisms in the soil that everything needs. But you see this green here? This is actually phosphorus. So in fertilizer, what are the 3 ingredients most common in fertilizer?
Fertilizer.
NPK, nitrogen,
Nitrogen
phosphorus, potassium.
and potassium.
This is actually phosphorus right here. Moringa is very high in phosphorus and sulfur, right? So it's actually living inside of this. It's got a cap on it, right? So it's anaerobic. We've made this to be an anaerobic condition because there's sugars and food inside of this. So you can put a cap on it. The living organisms can live. There's a shelf life to this, but there's a preservative to help keep them alive. This is a USDA certified organic product that we're making. One of our members is making this. It's a patented process, right? And members have access to use this patent on their property. We just have to sign a contract and we have to keep it under wraps and we have to make it separately in different ways. It's like Coca-Cola, okay?
Yeah.
The people at the Coca-Cola factory don't even know what's in Coca-Cola because they make it separately. So it's a secret formula. Essentially, the guys that made this are industrial engineers, molecular biologists, scientists, and they developed this over 13 years ago. It took them about 10 years to make this particular concentration in order to come up with this that doesn't burn plants and also lasts long enough to get to the location. It has enough food in it for it to have a cap on it. So all of the things, right? But you and I can make this in our backyard. But it just does not last for more than 24 hours.
They're scientists and they know what they're doing.
This is a scientific formula. It's a patent approved process. It can be made over the course of like 60 to 90 days. Essentially, it's a fermentation process. And the moringa leaves are essentially separated from the vitamins and the minerals and stored inside of this liquid.
Kind of like kombucha for
Exactly. It's essentially a compost tea. Okay,
Totally
it's a compost
awesome.
tea. Yes, please.
So the kind that you were talking about making and having to use it 24 hours, is that aerobic?
That's an aerobic one that you could just make yourself with moringa leaves
Are you using like molasses?
and molasses.
Okay.
Very good. Exactly. A
Molasses?
sugar source. And you can put some molasses in there, put a sock of soil in there, and then aerate that for 72 hours.
They used to grow sugarcane around here.
So aerate it for 72 hours, and then you have to use that within 24 hours after you've aerated it, right? Because it's living microorganisms. So you can make this on site. That's why I tell people and I tell farmers to, if they've got 20 acres, grow an acre of moringa and feed the other 19.
Wow. So would that be different from that product?
Yes.
Where that's more just like a multivitamin, or the other one's more of the microbe?
There's definitely still microbes. There's definitely still microbes in this. There's food in here, and there's a preservative here to keep them. There is a shelf life that lasts about 1 year to 2 years. But we're able to scientifically, I don't even know. I don't know really. But what I did was I said, hey, Moti, she's a scientist. I was like, can you get this under the microscope? She's like, yeah, slide me a bottle. So I got it to her. She put it under the lab. And then I did a podcast with her about 1 year ago. And let's see here. See, I'll go. You can see Moti. She's a scientist here. Yeah, let's see.
Oh boy.
There she is.
Correct. So it has the NPK, but it also has the micronutrients as well, which is what the chemical fertilizers don't have. And so these microorganisms are able to get those micronutrients and give it to our plants. So this is a level that we could not get with synthetic. So micronutrients being boron, iron, manganese, molybdenum, zinc, copper, chlorine.
That's it right there. She's got the fluorescent
micronutrients, even though they're
right
micro and they're small, they actually play a really big role in the nutrition of our plants. In fact, maybe even more so, brings us into the and so if you want to learn
that's
more
it in the
about
background.
this, plenty of resources online with Christine Jones, and she teaches us that through
She's talking
more
about it
than
right
12 inches
That's
with
it.
Johnson Sioux. But that's mimicking nature.
Wow.
So I have to give credit to us having a bit more understanding collectively with the Johnson Sioux bioreactors in our composting world.
So we had a full podcast episode. You can watch that on our YouTube channel.
Okay. How long will that bottle?
About 1 year to 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shelf life.
Shelf life.
Now, when you sold him the kit with 10 trees,
With the biostimulant, yes, we have different sizes.
it
Yes.
was a little bottle. Yeah. How long does that last?
Same.
It was in the sun a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of, it's very scientific. The only thing you could do really is just get under a microscope.
Yeah.
At that point. If you got one hanging out around, you got an extra microscope, you got, go ahead, just pull it out of dust it off, and just let me know if it's still alive.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the best way. Otherwise, the best way is to just get it down, and then let's see, And you could do trials where it's like you spray one plant with it and not the other, and you'll say, okay, it worked.
Yeah.
Right? So we soak all of our seeds in this, but also this is for potatoes, peppers, eggplants, garlic, anything above ground, underground. Essentially, it's an aeration spray that you can activate flowers. You can feed flowers. It helps with pollination.
So the one in the bottle here, you
yeah.
put some water?
Yes, it's a concentrate form. This makes about 5 gallons.
Like the whole thing?
This one makes about 1 gallon.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to put it on the plant itself or just
Yeah.
on the base?
It's concentrated, so when you do add water, you have to use it that day. Do you support local USA farmers? Well, make sure to get your local USA Moringa products from us. Sign up as a member of the Grow Moringa Collective to get exclusive deals, over 50% off local USA Moringa. Sign up today at growmoringa.com.
Oh.
Right, same thing. So it becomes aerobic once you add the water. It's anaerobic until you, and that's what she explained in this podcast. I was like, I don't get it. She's like, here, let me explain. Once you add the water and you stir it up, you're multiplying. It's becoming aerobic again. And that's what she likes about this, is the fact that it has the NPK like fertilizer, but it has the microbes that the synthetic fertilizer doesn't have.
So it's kind of like activated.
It's activated.
So like it's dormant.
Exactly. It's dormant until it's activated with water.
Beautiful.
So you do want to have a good water source as well. So this is our bio box. It's now on Amazon. And so it comes with the fertilizer. And then what most people don't know is that actually the Moringa powder, is a vitamin and mineral for the soil. The proteins will activate the soil and feed the microorganisms and feed the worms, and just the Moringa powder itself.
With that stinglet, is there anything else in there besides some Moringa leaves?
This is just Moringa powder.
That-
I marketed it with a different label. Also, this is a USDA powder, so we do import this powder from Nicaragua. One of our members has 1,000 acres in Nicaragua, right? And so he's USDA certified, so we get him, he's in Miami, and so we import it straight to Miami, and we really only get the powder from him. If we're putting it, and I asked him, I was like, what's this powder for? He's like, this powder is specifically made industrially for fertilizer. Okay, it's a USDA certified organic, but because it's for fertilizer, it does have the sticks and the stems in it, because it's easier to produce, it's cheaper to produce, it's fast to produce industrially with the big machines, but it's got all the vitamins and minerals for the plants. This is all plants.
It's the same thing as the powder that we eat, except that it has all the stems.
Yeah.
I got that.
You'll see the notice and the difference of the color. You know, this is a little bit more brown. Also, Nicaragua is right under the volcano, and so it has a lot to do with the soil, right? And so it's a brownish color, because not only is it the sticks and stems, but the soil that it's grown in is really, it's actually a pure black volcanic soil that this is grown in. So it's super rich, super mineral. And so that's why we use this one, because it's close, it's local, it's from a member. So we're buying this in wholesale from a member. This member employs an entire village in Nicaragua. So it's like we're sponsoring a whole village by only buying through him and in this way to supply our, and he called me, actually his wife saw me on YouTube and said, you need to call him. And he called me every day for 5 years. He has called me every day for 5 years.
And you kept saying no, no, no.
For many years, I said no, 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 no. And these are his seeds as well. Yep. And so now we have multiple businesses together. He's a member. He's in there all the time. His name is Jacobo. You can call him. He likes to go through me, so that way, you know, because he's on the phone with big players. Like he used to supply Walmart with Moringa. You know, I'm talking big player where he's doing container ships from all over the world, talking with big Moringa suppliers, distributors, and he's got a couple warehouses in Miami. We actually just had a chance to see him. I just purchased 300,000 seeds from him. We have them just in this room right over here. 300,000 Moringa seeds, easily, like not even blinking an eye. Like, that's it? You want 300 more?
And how much is that?
So this box here is a $50 box that comes with the biostimulant powder, the extract, and some seeds. You can absolutely eat it. It's definitely safe. It's super nutritious. It's just, it's not the super green color that the people love to see. It's also doesn't have sticks, mine doesn't have sticks and stems because it's local and people like the greens. Our stomachs are a little bit more sensitive. This powder would actually be better for animals, and that's why we make our pellets with that powder.
Oh.
Yeah, we make our pellets with that powder. Yeah. Here it
If
is.
you've got animals.
So this is the USDA powder that we use for the pets and the plants. Yeah.
If you've got animals, you can just strip the leaves off the stems
Let 'em eat.
Yes.
and throw it over and let them eat it.
Yes.
You don't have to make pellets.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, yeah, right.
Great. Everything going good, guys? Everything's good? Okay, so we want to talk a little bit about pests and problems. If you see here, pass this around, check to see if you see that little hole there. You see that little hole in there? Check to see that little hole that's in there.
Yeah, right here.
Also, here's a trait that we know that there's a pest on this, is that it's shriveled up at the bottom. You see that? See how it's real shriveled up at the bottom? That means that there's something in there sucking the life force out of this thing. There's something in there eating this thing. And so if this is on the tree and you can see the tree filled with drumstick, but the bottoms are just completely shriveled up at the bottom,
There's a pest.
I've got to cut that whole thing back. I got to lay it to the side, and I got to come back a year from now. Hopefully I can grab the drumsticks in a year from now. I get a lot of calls every day. Hey, come and grab my tree. I've got drumsticks. I've got leaves. Da da da. I'm like, I already know. I go and I look. As soon as I look to see, it's all got shriveled bottoms on it. When was the last time you harvested your tree? Never. That's the biggest problem. It's one of the reasons why it's on the invasive list, is because it does attract a lot of pests and problems. A lot of that is mentioned in the book here. If we're going, we talked about pH. We talked about minerals in the soil. What does Moringa do? It potentially pulls up heavy metals, right? So you want to make sure that your soil is clean. How to do that? With a heavy metal soil test. We actually have that on the website. Actually, you can. People ask me that all the time. I might have actually taken it off the website. It might be as a draft. If I actually go to Shopify, I could go to our Shopify backend. Let's see here, Shopify. Might be able to see the back end for a second. This is our shop. I might have the item as a draft. Let's see. Hopefully we can get in. Great. So if we go to products. So we have to find a new lab. Essentially, we have the leaf test here, and then I want to see if I have the soil test. Soil test, let me see here. Not sure if I took it off.
Moringa cayenne picture.
Yeah, yep. Let me search here. Soil.
While you're searching, when the moringa pulls up the heavy metals, what do you do to counteract that?
Yeah, I'm hoping that I didn't take it off. I see the leaf test. I might have had to take heavy. Hopefully I didn't delete it. Oh, sorry. I know where it is. Okay, soil. Okay, so we'll do test. This here. Sorry, I have the other one on another location. So we'll do. We'll talk leaf test. Here it is. Okay. And then we go to growmoringa.com. Resource.
There he is again.
There he is. Might have taken it off just because recently soil, heavy metal.
Okay.
Heavy Hopefully. No, let's see here. I might have had to take it off. It's okay. If I go to WordPress, you guys are going to see the back end. Let's see. Hopefully I can get in. There's a lot of like
I'm getting ready
confirmations.
to do a website and I need help on that.
Okay, here we go. Pages. Heavy metal soil test.
There you go.
Okay. View page. I took it down because the guy got sick. He recently passed away, and his company is no longer fulfilling the kit. So I'm showing you here that this heavy metal soil test kit, actually, I think I have it right here. Let me just get it for us. I think I have the kit just right over here. Yep, here it is. Thanks, baby.
Like the ones they put in the Bible.
Here's the heavy metal soil test. How do you test? You just take a spoonful, 4 corners of the property, and put it in a bag and send it to the lab.
Oh, so you just take that and send it off.
That's right. All this is a bag and a box to put your soil and send it.
Beautiful.
That's all it is.
So weird.
And the cost is, it's okay. This was, I think, about 150 bucks. What does it test for? Arsenic, barium, cadmium, chromium, lead, mercury, selenium, silver. Everything, all soils have that.
Right.
It's just you're wanting it in a level. Right? So what this does is it gives you essentially the readout. They'll email you if you're in a safe range. 99% of the time you're going to be in a safe range unless you were just farming tomatoes or strawberries using conventional fertilizer and you've got heavy metals in the soil from the fertilizer.
I think I heard you say that moringa can be used to purify the soil.
Yes, so as a
Not
mitigation
for
plant.
consumption.
Yeah, exactly, as a mitigation plant.
That's neat.
Yeah, so we're going to be ending here just a few minutes. Just a quick rundown of everything. Talked about how it's on the invasive list because it's a potential pest and problem for the state of Florida, which is why you get no backing, no tax incentives, no support from the state. We're on our own here. We're literally building our own infrastructure so that way we can supply the country, if not the world, with our moringa. Yeah.
And we need to build a good reputation so when we go to our people in government, they can say, oh, you're from them.
Yes.
And it's a little easier for you to get your point across.
That's right. And you know how? Is through the certification courses, because when you guys submit the fact that you did a course, then we can prove to the state that we have taught you the necessary steps and procedures to reduce the pests and problems and that we grow it in a safe way. Did we mention that the actual active ingredient in moringa that is what is the most important part about all of this is the fact that we all know that moringa is one of the fastest growing trees in the world.
Yeah.
That's a hormone that's in the tree called zeatin.
Oh, zeatin, yeah.
And zeatin is extracted from plants and used as a fertilizer.
Yeah.
But moringa has more zeatin than any other plant.
Hot diggity.
It's also very good for the
Say it
body.
not so.
Say it ain't so.
Yes, it is good for
Say
the
it
body.
is so.
And so you can buy zeatin powder. And how do they do that? They extract that from piles and piles and piles of plants. Other plants that they're just harvesting, say like matter, just matter from plants like corn husks or whatever it is they have left over. Let's go ahead and just extract that mineral or that hormone, zeatin powder, and then we can put that in fertilizer. Well, that's why this is a great fertilizer. That's why the powder is a great fertilizer. It already has the highest concentration of zeatin than any other plant. Matter of fact, it has sometimes upwards of triple, 100, or 1,000 times more zeatin than many other plants. Okay, so that's all in here. Okay, that's all in here. Fertilizer, NPK, we talked about nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus. You got to see phosphorus right there. Active ingredient in moringa. Application every 2 weeks. Soak all of your seeds in this biostimulant solution. Any seeds.
Are you soaking them overnight?
Overnight, just for 24 hours, just soak them. Just soak them. Any seed. It's going to help germinate your seeds faster. When somebody calls me and they say, hey, my seeds didn't sprout, I say, well, did you soak it in the biostimulant? Oh, gotcha. That's the secret.
Yes.
You can actually put cannabis seeds in your mouth
Yes.
and wait for about a half hour.
Yes.
Plant it, and it will be kind of tailor-made to your
That's
biochemistry.
ooh, that's deep. That's deep. That's deep. That's real deep. Yeah. That's hardcore. That means it's actually giving you what your body needs. It'll be your tailor-made
It's like
plant.
talking to the plant. and
Your
saying,
tailor
"Please give me."
medicine. Oh man, you went in on that one.
My friend Tammy told me about that.
Yeah,
She does
that's
research.
real. I've heard that. Yeah, that's real. Okay. So
I'm
so we'll be
excited.
back. You know, we kind of already went through all the parts. You guys got to hear about the roots making horseradish powder. The bark is a coagulant in case you're spewing out of all ends. Essentially, we know that the powder can be used for everything. The leaves is tea. The oil is for the outside and also the inside as a supplement. It's lubrication for the body and the carved parts that you have in your body. What was that you said?
Information.
Information?
Yeah.
Inflammation.
Inflammation, absolutely. Anti-inflammatory, that's right. Okay, we're going to come back here in a few minutes. We're going to talk revenue streams. We're going to talk, Roberta was asking about label requirements, the state. How do we stay out of jail by being herbalists, essentially? And I want to know, what is really your why? What's the reason why you're here and why you're doing this? So we'll be right back. Thanks. Thanks, everybody. That was cool. Are there any questions before we go? Anything about fertilizer?
Yeah, the zeatin, if you were to make like a tea, like an anaerobic tea, would it destroy the zeatin?
No.
Is it stable?
No, aerobic? An aerobic tea? Like just like a compost tea?
Yeah.
That's the thing, is that these guys, it's under lock and key. I don't even really know. If I did know, I'd have to, because even they're getting close to working with me. They want to have me sign a contract. And because they want me to make this and want me to be a seller and a distributor for this. And I'd love to. So we're going to be making a power plant out of this. And also we're going to be making mobile units where we're going to be making this on site for farmers that are growing anything and everything. We're just doing trials right now. I have to go do some trials with some strawberry farmers and then prove to them, you know.
That this is better than what they use.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So did that kind of answer aerobic, anaerobic? I know it's kind of like, I don't really know. It's like, how do they, there's a preservative. There's a preservative in there. Yeah, there's something USDA certified organic that allows them to be able to do that. I know that it's not petroleum based.
There you go.
So.
For the farmers, like the strawberry farmers that need multiple gallons
Yes.
for their whole field.
That's why we're going to make it on site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just
And
make
since
it.
we have moringa around town, all we do is drop it off on site and we make it there on location.
This is strawberry country here.
Yes, we have the largest amount of concentrated strawberry farms in the whole world right here in this town.
And tomatoes.
Yeah, and tomatoes are big pop in here, yeah.
You know, when they come here, I saw a tractor trailer full of tomatoes.
Yeah, everywhere. This time of year right now is tomato,
All green tomatoes.
straw, yeah, they're green right now. Yeah, tomatillos right now.
Could I buy one of those books now?
Yes, sir, yeah, that'd be great. We're gonna finish up here. Yep. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back in about 15 minutes or so, and we're gonna do revenue streams, business. Yeah, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks, y'all.
That's going to be
So ask them which one would be the best.
Okay, great, we can end it.
Which book would be the best?